Today you will get a solid SQL foundation in a couple of minutes. Subscribe now to not miss any more videos. Let's go! Alright, so I got my PHPMyAdmin window already opened, and here on the left hand side you can see the different databases. We are particularly interested in a database called Sakila, which has one table called actor. For sure I could insert more tables, but for now we will stick to the sample table over here. Now we want to query some data from the table. Therefore we click on SQL over here and we get a separate blank editor. Say I'm interested in all the values in my table actor. Therefore I will simply press or type in the command select star because I'm interested in each and every row in this table from and then the table name actor. Afterwards I will click here on go. And that's it. SQL now displays all the different values for all the different columns in the table actor. If we are only interested in particular columns, we can also restrict our table. Therefore we click on this edit inline again, and this time instead of the asterisk over here, we will insert the different columns we are interested in. So for instance, I'm interested in the last name and I'm interested in the last update. And that's it. Say we are now interested in only the entries with the name Mostel. This time I will also click on edit inline, and after the actor I will insert a where condition, last name equals, and then use these little ticks over here, Mostel, like this, and hit go. This now displays only the entries with the name Mostel. One more hint, on edit inline you could also insert here not only strings but also numeric values and so on. And we don't necessarily have to use this equal sign here, we could also use a smaller sign, greater sign and so on, all the different operators. Say I'm now interested in the number of entries in the table actor. This time I will simply insert select and then I will count because I want to count something. And I want to count each and every table, I'm not restricting this, from actor. And we click go. And as you can see we got 200 entries in total. Let's stick to a Mostel example. Say I only want the number of entries related to Mostel. This time I can also restrict it via where last name equals Mostel again with the single tick. And that's it, we got 2 entries. Say I'm now interested in the different entries in my table actor, so I only want the distinct values. So if your first name is mentioned several times in the table, I only want the query to output it once. Therefore we click on edit inline again, and this time we are only interested in the distinct values of our column called first name from our table called actor. Like this. And then we will click go. The number of distinct values is already displayed over here. We are also able to query this number via edit inline. In this case, we only need to add a count and then the brackets around our distinct first name. And that's it. And as you can see, the query outputs 128 entries. Let's stick to the filter functions a little bit more. Say I'm now interested in the first names that are starting with the letter N. Therefore, I click on edit inline again. I will delete this section over here, and this time we will select first name underscore name from our table actor, and we will restrict it with a where, and we are interested in the first name again, where the first name like, and this time a little tick, an N, and a percent sign, so to say. So again, this means we are selecting from the table actor our column called first name where a condition is fulfilled, and this condition is that the first name is like an N and then a percent sign, which means we are starting with an N and then 1 to N different letters will follow, and it doesn't matter how many, this is just a placeholder. If I now press go, we can see that there are 4 entries here in total starting with an N and followed by 1 to N different letters. Say we are now interested in the first name starting with an N, followed by only 3 letters. I will click on edit inline again, and this time instead of this percentage sign over here, we will use the underscore 1, 2, 3 for 3 placeholders in total. And as you can see over here, this time the query only displays Nick, because Nick is starting with an N followed by 3 letters in total. They don't necessarily need to be different, but they are 3, so in total those are here 4 letters. By the way, we could also search for an N in the whole first name. Therefore, I will only click on Edit Inline on this section over here, and instead of the underscore, we will work with the percentage sign like this. So I'll type in, for instance, %, and then I want an N to be in the name, and then % again. And I click Go. Now you can see that there are 79 entries in total, where the first name has an N inside of it. Let's say we are now interested in more than one first name. For instance, I'm interested in Penelope, Nick, and Ed. Let's do this from scratch again. I will start by selecting a column, in this instance the first name column, from my table actor, like this. And this time I'm interested in where the first name is equal to Penelope, or where the first name is equal to Nick, or where the first name is equal to Ed. And as you can already guess, this is quite tedious. Now the query outputs all the first names of Penelope, Nick, and Ed, as you can see over here. As you can already guess, we can simplify this query over here. This time I will only say where the first name is in, and then I can really count all the different values like Nick, and I'm interested in Penelope, and the sequence really doesn't matter. Penelope like this, and I'm also interested in Ed, and close the brackets, and then that's it. As you can see here, Penelope 4 times, we got 3 times Nick, and we got 3 times our Ed. So in total, actually, as you can see over here, and this is a good point, 10 in total. As you can see, 0 to 9, the 0 also counts the row. This is why those are here 10 entries in total. So we should also get 10 entries via this query over here, and in the best case the same. And this worked perfectly fine. As you can see over here, Penelope 4 times, Nick 3 times, and Ed 3 times, and that's exactly what we wanted it to be. Just a quick side note, congratulations if you stick to this video till now. We only have 2 or 3 more queries to go, and afterwards you will have a solid basic foundation of SQL knowledge. So stick to it and let's go. We can also expand this query over here by, for instance, looking at some different values with regard to the actor ID. I will click on Edit Inline again, and first we will display the whole list again without any restrictions. We will hit on Select Star from Actor, as you can see over here, and press Go. Let's say I'm only interested in the actor ID between 1 and 10. I will click on Edit Inline, and this time we will say from star select actor where my actor ID between, because I want it to between the numbers 1 and 10, means that 1 and 10 in this instance are indeed included. And as you can see, it now displays only the first 10 IDs. Last but not least, I'm interested in putting all these entries here into the right order. Let's say we are interested in all the first and last names from our table, and we want to sort it by last name. This time I will press here on Edit Inline again. I will say select first name, and we want the last name as well from our table actor, and we want to order it by, so order by, and this time we want to order it by the last name. And that's it. As you can see here, it orders all of our entries in an ascending order with regard to the last name. And that's it. We could also change here the order type to descending by either pressing here on this button, as you can see. As you may have noticed, the DESC is already included here. And this is exactly the term we would use for a descending order. Let me just show you the other way around again. We could also say ASC for ascending and click Go, and now it will sort again by an ascending order. Say we are only interested in the first 10 entries. I will press on edit inline again, and after the ascending over here, I will say I want a limit of 10 entries. And now it only displays 10 entries in an ascending order starting with an A. Thanks a lot for watching this video till the end. If you like this content, please subscribe to my channel to not miss any more videos. See you next week.